Imagine waking up in a world where nobody has ever seen a campfire. There are no candles, no ovens, no engines, no melted metal. And the warm meal you ate today has never existed. At first, that might sound like a small change. Humans would simply eat raw food and wear thicker clothes, right? Not even close. Fire did not just help people survive the night. It changed our food, our bodies, the places we could live, the tools we could make, and eventually, almost every part of civilization. So, what would happen if humans never discovered fire? To answer that, we have to go back long before cities, farms, or written history. Early human relatives probably saw natural fires caused by lightning, volcanoes, or dry plants catching fire. Seeing fire and controlling it, however, are very different things. Archaeologists have found strong evidence that early humans were using fire at least 1 million years ago. But scientists still debate exactly when people began making fire whenever they wanted, instead of collecting flames from nature and trying to keep them alive. In our alternate world, that step never happens. A lightning strike starts a fire. Zeno watches it from far away. The flames are hot, loud, and dangerous. When the rain arrives, the fire disappears. And this time, nobody learns how to bring it home. The first major difference would appear at dinner. Without controlled fire, every meal would be raw, dried, crushed, fermented, or softened in water. Humans could still eat fruit, nuts, roots, insects, eggs, fish, and meat, but many foods would be harder to chew, harder to digest, or more likely to contain dangerous germs and parasites. Cooking works like part of the digestive process happening outside the body. Heat softens food and changes its structure before we swallow it. Research shows that cooking can increase the usable energy gained from some foods, although scientists still debate exactly how important cooking was to the growth of the human brain. What is much less controversial is that modern humans are built around high-quality, easy-to-digest food. Without cooking, people might spend far more time chewing and searching for enough calories. Our jaws, teeth, stomachs, and intestines might have developed differently. Humans could be shorter, stronger in the jaw, and better adapted to raw plants and meat. Or perhaps a creature exactly like us would never appear at all. That is the first strange twist. A world without fire may not contain modern humans living without fire. It may contain a different kind of human. Then there's the cold. Fire gave early people warmth after sunset and during colder seasons. Without it, human groups would have a much harder time moving into freezing regions. Warm clothing, shelters, body fat, and teamwork would help. But there would be limits. Large parts of Northern Europe, Asia, and North America might remain almost empty. Most human populations would stay closer to warm climates, coastlines, and places with dependable food. Night would also feel completely different. Today, darkness is inconvenient. In the ancient world, darkness could hide predators a few steps away. A controlled fire created light, smoke, heat, and a moving wall that many animals avoided. Without it, people would have to climb, hide, build stronger barriers, or remain completely quiet after sunset. There would be no relaxed groups sitting around glowing flames. That matters because a fire is more than a heater. It creates a safe, bright place where people can stay awake after dark. Some researchers believe evenings around fires encouraged conversation, storytelling, planning, and stronger social bonds. We cannot prove that fire created human imagination. But without those extra hours together, culture might spread more slowly. Stories could still exist. Language could still develop. Yet the rhythm of social life would be different. And Zeno would have a serious problem. His entire History Channel would have to shut down when the sun went down. No fire also means no simple way to harden wooden spear points with heat. No smoke for preserving certain foods. No charcoal for drawing, fuel, or chemical processes. No controlled burning to clear paths, support hunting, or shape landscapes. But the biggest effect would arrive later. Civilization depends on heat. Clay becomes durable pottery when it is fired at high temperatures. Without fired pots, storing water, grain, oil, and food becomes more difficult. People could still use baskets, carved wood, leather, stone containers, gourds, and shells, but those materials cannot replace pottery in every situation. Then metalworking disappears. Copper, bronze, iron, and steel all require carefully controlled heat. Without furnaces, there are no metal knives, swords, nails, plows, pipes, tools, or machines as we know them. There is no glass making, no bricks fired in kilns, no steam engine. And without the steam engine, the Industrial Revolution never begins in the form we recognize. You might be thinking, what about electricity? Could humans skip fire and discover batteries, solar power, or something else? Maybe, eventually. Nature gives us static electricity, lightning, sunlight, flowing water, wind, and chemical reactions. A clever civilization could learn to use some of them without ever building a flame. But there is a problem. To make advanced electrical systems, you usually need refined metals, glass, ceramics, insulation, precise tools, and manufacturing. Most of those industries depend on high heat. So even if someone understood electricity, building a useful electrical world would be extraordinarily difficult. No copper wires, no power grid, no light bulbs, no phones, no internet. Zeno looks at his empty hand and realizes that nobody can watch this video. Awkward. Could civilization still exist?